seats. That come in. So you have other options if this isn't comfortable. Once you find up and just remove the block out of the way. Let the head drop around the back. Press the sit bones back. And he'll start to roll up. The feet finding tabletop. Place the palms down on the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Make sure the palms are gripping the mat with our fingertips. Stacking the wrists, the shoulders, knees underneath. Up and in. Strong core. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, cow pose, around the back, press into the shins, press into the hands, drop the head. I'll lift up, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Find your own breath with the movement at your own pace, back and forth. own movement here. Each shoulder, and a little bit of a side bend. Just comes back towards the heels and finding the toes. Just finding your own movement here. What feels good for you? This is your practice. If you have any jewelry or watches that's irritating for you, like I just took off my smartwatch because it's bugging me. Remove that so you can just focus on the body. Ready? We'll tuck the toes on the heels, grab a block, and sit on that block between the heels and the hips. Oh, back. Once you have that, take the fingers out wide, out to the side, spread the fingertips, and then bring the hands behind you. You know, hands. Bring both the hands to the left hip. Drop the head over to the left shoulder. Starting to roll out to the neck. Bring the chin down towards the chest. And then gaze up towards the ceiling. Just notice where you might have tension in the neck. Inhale back up to center. It's coming back to center. Removing the block and just tap out the feet, moving the energy in the ankles. When you're ready, we'll make our way standing at the top of the mat. Have our feet at hip. Measure that. We can reach down with 2 fists between the feet and then come right back up. Down in sequence, but if it doesn't happen, it's okay. Slight down. Roll out the shoulders. Pull the chin over the chest. Stand up tall. Hands to heart center. Just close the eyes or have them gentle here. Finding your intention for the practice. That might sound like I'm going to enjoy every breath and movement. You can also dedicate this class to somebody else. Finding your balance physically, mentally, emotionally. Blinking the eyes open. Take the hands out to the side, up overhead. Place the palms together, drop the shoulders. Pull the stomach in, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reaching for the toes. Inhale, halfway lift, lifting the torso up. Hands on the thighs, open up the chest. Exhale, fold, reach for the toes. Inhale, come all the way. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all clean up the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Interlace the fingers, point the index finger, Kali Mudra. Bring the toes and the heels together. On your inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, lean over to the right, press the lip out. Good. Breathe into it. Ground both feet into the floor. Inhale up to center. Exhale to the other side. Press the hips out. Good. Inhale up to center. Drop the head back and roll from left to right. Might find some grinding or crunches, that's okay. Inhale up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Take the feet back to hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, chair. Bend the knees, press the hips back. Pull the stomach in. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Take the right foot back. Low lunge. To a 90-degree angle. Pressing the back edge of the foot into the mat. Preparing for warrior two. Inhale, bring the torso up. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Bring both hands together overhead. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reach down the back leg, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle, bringing the torso forward, elbow to knee. Top hand comes overhead, so we're creating a 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. If it feels okay, look up towards the top thumb, and then realize your shoulder isn't all the way open, so try to open up that top shoulder. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the front foot, lift the back heel. Inhale, plank. Exhale, low plank, elbows next to the rib cage. Inhale, press up, all over the toes, upward facing dog. Open up the shoulders. Exhale, roll over the toes, press the hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal out both feet, straighten both the knees at a time. Bend the knees, look between the hands, and baby step all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching for the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Take the left foot back. Preparing for warrior two, spin the back foot, 90-degree angle. Inhale, warrior two. Good. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the front knee, warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Take a moment to gaze up towards the top thumb, maybe open up the shoulder a little bit more. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the front foot, lift the back heel. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. On your inhale, take the left leg high. Exhale, bring it through. Try to place it between the hands. Quite get there, just reach down and help your foot. Spin the back heel to a 90 angle. Warrior two. Good. Inhale, straighten the front leg, hands overhead. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Bring the hands out level. Take the hips back, coming forward with the torso. Tuck the arms at 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. Both knees are straight or mostly straight. Breathe into it. Inhale, bringing the torso upright. Then reaching down the back leg, still straight knees. Inhale, bringing the torso upright, bending into the front knee. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the front foot. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, press up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift up both heels. Exhale, roll both heels to the right side. Try to straighten out the knees. Inhale, lift the heels up high. Exhale, drop them to the left. Lift the hips up a little bit more. Inhale, lift the heels up high. And then lower the heels, straight back. Inhale, lift the right leg. A foot through to the hands. Good. Long stretch. Back foot to a 90-degree. Inhale, warrior two. Good. Inhale, straighten the front leg overhead. Exhale, bend into the front. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight. Drop the hand back. Slight micro in the front knee. Deep inhale. Exhale, come forward. And turn the arms 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. Breathe into it. Inhale, bring the torso upright. And then reaching down. Front knee. Deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the front foot. Your chaturanga series, and I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Bring the knees down to the mat. Take the knees wide. Then press the sit bones towards the heel. Hands out in front of you. Spread out to the edges of the mat. And then drop the head down to the mat. Child's pose. Might feel good to roll the forehead across the mat. You can also drop one shoulder at a time. A little bit of a twist. So good to you. Maybe walk the left hand across the mat, the hands. Good. We'll lift up, bring our knees closer together, and our chest, our chin down to the mat, dog pose, and our hips stacked over the knees. the hands back underneath you, and in table, strong core. So you're creating a slight in the back. On your inhale, take the right heel back towards the wall. Extend the left hand forward with the thumb up. One long line of energy. Find and balance with 2 points of contact. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring elbow to knee, round the back, drop the head. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Bend the back knee, foot up towards the ceiling. Reach back with the left hand for the right. If you get that grip, kick the foot into the hand, opening up the chest. Let go of the foot. Extend both limbs long. And then take them out. Good. And we'll set it all down. Shake it out. Take any movement that feels good for you. Making our way back to tabletop. We'll extend the left foot back towards the wall. And the right hand forward, thumb up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Drop the head. Inhale, lengthen. Round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Bend the back foot. Reach back with the right hand. Releasing the foot. Extending both limbs long. Then taking them out to the side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, set it down. Right. Take the right foot up. Throw the side. And bend your kick that foot into the hand and open up the chest. Good. Let go of the foot, extend it long. Back upright. Once. Use that. Extending our other foot out. That leg, that's in that arm. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, bend the knee, grab the foot. Once, kicking the foot into the hand and open up the chest. Letting go of the foot. Coming back upright. And then we're going to reach back. Sit on the heels, hands on the thighs, just close the eyes. Eyes open for a little bit of balance. Degree angle. The side, having a counterbalance if it helps. Bring the sole of the foot to the calf and pressing those two surfaces together. And then pressing the hip so you're standing tall. Hands to heart center. Focus on something that's not moving. If you want to be a little bit playful, you can close the eyes or just have them gentle here. As long as you don't take it serious if you fall out. Blinking the eyes open. Let's take the hands up overhead. And then kind of working it to the ankles. You're ready for hiking. Hold ankles. Upright. Let's bring our hands down. Bring this leg. Creating those. Yeah. Your own. Shifting the hips left to right. Limits. Forward, extend it out long. Take feet wide. Toes out, heels in. If it's slippery on this wooden floor, you can turn sideways on the mat. We'll bring the hand floor. Hands are gonna set underneath the shoulders. Once you have that, let your head drop. Relax the head, relax the neck. Try to lift the hips a little bit higher. You can stay right here, or you can turn your fingertips behind you and start to walk the hands between the legs for a little bit deeper stretch. Take a deep inhale and exhale. When you're ready, walking the hands back underneath the shoulders. Bending the right knee, starting to sink the hips down to the right side, side lunge. The heel can be lifted or it can be flat to the floor. Your left foot toes are going towards the ceiling, so you're opening up and working into the adductor muscles. You can keep your hands grounded, or you can raise up, bring them to heart center just for a playful balance. Bring the hands back to the floor, lifting the hips up high, walking the hands across the mat, opposite side, doing the same at side. It might not be the same. That's okay. We're not symmetrical. But find your variation here, whether it's supported or it's a balance. Do what's right for you. On your next inhale, starting to lift the hips up high, walking the hands underneath us, lifting the hips up. You have an option to bring the hands to the hips, or you can bring them overhead if you want a little bit of core work. Starting to slowly rise all the way up to center. Let's take the toes back out wide, heels in. Bend the knee. Everybody's favorite pose. Take a deep inhale. And then right elbow to right knee. Inhale back up to center. Left to left. Inhale to center. Right to right. Inhale to center. Left to left. Inhale to center. Straight pose. 5-pointed star. Shake it out. Out, heels in, 45-degree angle. 2. This is the perfect pose for the lower back. The right foot. Inhale, left hand open. Left hand down, right side up. Exhale, back to center. Right hand down, left open. To center. Left down, right open. Exhale, back to center. On the floor, windshield wiper the hips left and right. Both the feet. Lift the chest. Exhale, reach for the shins or the toes. Find something to grab onto. Once you have that grip, lift the chin up and then try to pull the shoulders back. So we're extending our back. Every inhale, try to extend. Every exhale, maybe bend the elbows and let the chest come down. Let go of the feet. Inhale, rise up. Behind your floor. Then inhale, press up towards the ceiling. Bring the shoulder blades closer. Over the mat. Your fingertips pointed away. Bend the knees, feet on the floor. Now lift up a little bit. Tabletop. Find your support, stacking the joints. Pull the stomach up and in. Then take both the fingertips and point them away from each other. Eyes of the elbows forward. Start to rock from left to right, working into the wrist. When you're ready, come to stillness and point the fingertips towards each other. Elbows out, doing the same movement left to right. Coming to stillness, pointing the fingertips towards the knees, and then start to press the hips back towards the heels. You won't make it very far, but you should notice some sensation. This is great if you ever get tennis elbow. When you're ready, come back up high, fingertips back forward. This time, right palm up and put a little bit of pressure into the wrist. Switching sides. Then both palms down, tuck the toes and sit back on the heel. Just bring the palms together and roll out the wrist. Put a little pressure into the wrist. Good. And shake out the wrist. Take the hands up high, make a fist, then flick all the fingers. Keep it going. If you do this for about a minute, it gets real fun. It's also good for interrogations, if anybody's into that. Release that, maybe shake out one more time. Find tabletop. And then find high plank. Press the hips up high for downward facing dog. Stretch out the shoulders. On your inhale, take the left leg high. Exhale, bring the left elbow and knee together. We're bringing the left foot outside to the right wrist, dropping down into a half pigeon. You might walk the extended leg back, so you're dropping the hips down lower. Walking down to the elbows. Just find yourself completely relaxed. This is working the sciatic nerve in that left hip, something that gets aggravated if we sit at a desk all day. If you want a little bit more of a twist in this, you can bring your right shoulder back, extend the leg hand out long, and then reach your left hand behind you and grab for your foot. When you're ready, come out of the twist, come back to the resting pigeon. Sort of press yourself up, high, pluck the back toes. Inhale, lift up the hips, take the left leg high. Maybe do some hip rotations with the knee right here. Eventually setting that left leg down and taking the right leg up high. And then elbow to knee underneath and sliding down to the wrist. Finding half pigeon on this side. Let's be the opposite way. Yeah. Oh, you had it right. You had it right. I'm sorry. It's good. Take a deep inhale and exhale. When you're ready, starting to press into the hands, bring the torso upright, back toes, up the hips, taking the left leg up high, right leg up high, and shaking it out, just moving that hip around. Bringing both knees down to the mat. Let's make our way on the belly. We'll stack our shoulders over the elbows. Initially, just let the shoulders dump and then re-engage them. Try to pull the belly button up off the mat. Grip the palms into the mat and pull them back towards your hips. This will activate your back. Taking the left hand at a 45-degree angle for support. Bend the right knee, foot up towards the ceiling. Reaching back with the right hand, grabbing the foot for a quad stretch. Then re-engage that left shoulder. Letting go of the foot, the mat, switching sides. So the right hand at a 45, left foot up towards the ceiling and reaching back. Good. Re-engage the shoulder. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Releasing the foot. Taking our right hand out to the side, extend it out long. The left hand's gonna press us over onto our right hip. And then drop your head down to the mat. Your top foot can extend as long as you want behind you, or you can bring the sole of the foot to the floor. Working into that right shoulder. On your inhale, rolling back onto the belly, switching sides. So the left arm out. The right hand's gonna press us over onto our left hip, dropping the head to the mat, finding your variation. Inhale, rolling back onto the belly. Bring the chin to the mat, hands beside the hips. Try to drop the shoulders. Bend the knees, bring the heels towards the sit bones. And when you're ready, we'll lift up the shoulders, reach back for the feet. Try to grab both of them. Once you have that grip, bring your chin back to the mat. Try to bring your knees and your heels closer together so you're creating one long line of energy. Keep breathing. It's perfectly fine to stay right here. If you want a little bit more, you can kick your feet into the hands, lifting up your thighs and chest off the mat, rolling onto the soft part of the belly. Keep breathing. Exhale, release. Let go of the feet. Bring the hands back in front of you, elbows out wide. Create a diamond shape with your hands, and then drop your forehead to the mat. Just windshield wiper your feet left and right. Release the lower back. Bring the feet back down to the mat. Hands beside the rib cage. Press up into tabletop. Or roll over the feet and find a seated position. Soles of the feet together. And then press the feet out far. So you're creating a diamond shape with the legs. Grab your block. And the block has 3 different settings. The right height, or you can make your forehead down to touch that block. Maybe it's 2 blocks. That's okay. As long as you're not into it. On your next, move the blocks out of the way, grab the knees and help the knees up to center. Maybe windshield wiper the legs left and right. Then we'll settle down, grabbing the front of the knees and starting to lean back, lift up the chest. Maybe test lifting one leg at a time, maybe both legs. Find a balance. Maybe test letting go. Check it out. One more time. When you're ready, set it down. Out. Way down onto our backs, grabbing a strap along the way. So once you're on your back, go ahead and bend your knees, feet on the floor, and just lift up the hips and let the lower back sink back into the mat. Once you have that, tuck your chin down towards the chest to extend the back of the neck. We'll take the right leg high with the strap and just place that strap underneath the toes and hold onto the strap with the right hand. Left hand can go out to a T. The left leg can stay bent or you can extend it long. Just notice how that changes the hips. Everything is very intentional. Maybe pull the strap a little bit harder so the foot's coming further over the face, working into the hamstrings. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, let this right foot come out to the right side. So we're opening up the hip, hanging onto the strap. Take that high with the hands, or hold it tight over the hip, but pull the strap a little bit more. Center. We're going to bring that into the thigh or the outside of the foot for half. knee across the chest with your left hand, supine twist. Left your right arm. Might help to set both feet on the mat again. Lift up the hips to reset the spine. Starting on the other side with the left. Extend your side. Extending the leg out long. Maybe pulling the strap a little bit more so it comes further over the face or hamstring. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, extend that right leg out to the side, left leg out to the side. Switch. Strap to the side. Letting back to the hips to recenter the spine. And any other postures that feel good for you for financial Shavasana. Once you're in Shavasana, it's like you go inside the hips for cooling effect. The back of the gym are closed. If you find let it release. It's all the rest of it. Inhale and hold your breath. Exhale, release. Keep the right foot. Inhale and hold your breath. all beings find peace, love, and joy in this life. Enjoy a little bit of sunshine. If you haven't signed in, please do that. You're very welcome.